So it's been a while since I've been on a solo mission, so this should be fun. Got about a 10-minute walk to my lookout, and then I'll sit there, wait for sunrise, and yeah, see what we see. We're looking for stags today, so no meat animals. Got one of them last night, so we're just looking for some trophy heads. Something big would be nice. So just got up the top of the hill here. It's a pretty sharp start to the day, but that's alright. And I think I've got a deer across the valley from me at 600, so I'm just waiting for enough light so I can see it through the binoculars. I don't think I'll be lucky enough for it to be a stag just yet, but there's a few other promising hotspots on the thermal, so we'll let first light crest, get an eyes on this one, and then move up the valley. Beautiful morning, pretty warm already. Well, she's grazing in that clearing just down there, and she doesn't look very big bodied, so I don't think it's a stag, so I'm going to keep moving. So there's a couple of deer about 400 yards away. Haven't seen any antlers yet, but quite easy to get to if they come out. Actually quite a good shot from here if they come out. On the ridge at the top of where those deer were, just down there. But a couple of cows just came running across here, so I think that might have spooked him. Wind's going this way. There was a pig just here before, and before I knew it, there's another pig up there, or the same pig just on the move. So yeah, it's about 250 away. Not target species. Stag wanted. So there's an animal, a deer, right up on that slip up there. I don't think we're going to see it with this, but can't really see it. Brave animal. So there's a doe right up there at 1700 metres away, just over 1.5 kilometres. No antlers on that one that I could see. Okay, here's a young stag, maybe a spiker even, hard to tell. Get the binos out. Hopefully he's got some friends with him. There's mum and 2 twins. She's got, I think it's pretty rare for a deer to have twins, but I'd say they're both hers. You can go left or you can go right. What do you want to do? No, Mum, you didn't. Oh, one's across. Bambi's not so confident on the old fence jumping. Come on, buddy. There it is. Good work. There's a doe in there, about 260 metres away. So we've got a spiker down here. And we've got a stag down in here. It's a bit too early to tell how big he is, really. Where is he? You can see him in there just. Well, I dropped into that manuka to have a look for that stag, see if I get a closer look. But as I came down the valley, whilst the wind was going across quite nicely, I think there's a bit of a thermal coming down. I could feel on the sweat of the back of my neck just a slight breeze. And whilst I was off to the side of where I thought he was, they either grazed on, which is quite likely, or they've winded me and just kind of moved on. So now back up the hill along the ridge, and I'll find a valley to stalk through on the way out. Then back to the truck. Primo bush stalking my way out. Taking my the time, nice and slow. Nothing seen yet, but beautiful country. I'm just loving that. So, just nailed a goat, 483 yards. Pretty happy with that. Sacked him on the spot. Really enjoying my new scope. So I've been up here for an hour and a half now, just waiting for the evening. I've seen my first deer, just down in there, about 700 metres away. No timber. No timber, no move. Quite an inconvenient experience. The Can-Am has no lights, so I've strapped my head torch to the front of the Can-Am, but as you drive around it bounces and sometimes falls out of place, and if you're in a dangerous spot you can't just stop, especially if you're going uphill. So it was a pretty exciting start to the morning. There's a mob of deer at 300. I got all lined up as it dialed in my turret and got down behind the rifle. There was one young stag there, but he's obviously a bit young. He was broadside for a while. There's a really nice doe that I was going to shoot, a big fat doe, but she stepped off. Then they all kind of got all skittish for some reason and bolted. Hopefully they settle back down. We'll see if we can get to a better position, have a crack at them. Okay, so now we've got a deer up there at 270, an easy shot from here, but his head's behind the gorse. Doesn't look huge in the body, so I don't think it's a stag, and it's in amongst the gorse. There's another one to the right. Wow. Oh, there we go. No timber on that sucker. Might get ready for a shot just in case. Of all the places to be, they choose to be the one place in this whole area that's covered in gorse. Might go up there, see if I can get better angle on them. Can't see them right now. So, saw a little bit of timber in there. Didn't look like macrocarpa though, looked like a bit of pine. But we'll get up high, see if we can get some eyes on across the valley. Quick burst of energy. So I'm 166 yards now, and they're kind of moving in and out of that gorse. So that sun's going to come down and hit them. Hopefully that'll make them move and they'll step into the open for me. Got to check out this antler business. I don't want to go in there if he doesn't have good antlers. Too much gorse. Well, I've stalked my way out through this valley after those two deer eluded me on the other face there. Nothing's seen, so now I'm going to cross the other side and kind of go up about 60 metres in altitude and then contour along, hopefully staying in the shade for a bit because it's bloody hot when the sun hits you. Well, those two deer eluded me, so I've come up the valley and had a nice little stalk up through here, nothing's seen. So I'm going to cross to the other side now into the shady side of the hill and kind of head back down the valley, but up on the hill in the shade. See what I bump into. It's getting pretty hot. So I did about 45 minutes of bush stalking in there. The sun came round and hit the face that I was on and warmed it up pretty quick in there when you're trying to stalk through quietly, so I've adopted a new strategy, which is called strolling out. I'm just going to stroll on out back to the ute and then back to the hut, pack up. I think that's a wrap. Good times. Great day.